What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We're back with some more super realistic rebuilds. You guessed it. Today we're doing the Cleveland Cavaliers. Of course, before going any further and talk about the Cleveland Cavaliers, of course I gotta ask you, go ahead, only takes 2 seconds of your time, by the way, to do this. Go ahead and leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Helps out the channel a ton, and it's greatly appreciated. Would love to have you guys join us here on Crush Nation. But the Cleveland Cavaliers have relatively been kind of a surprise this season. The only unfortunate part is that Collin Sexton tore his meniscus and it's going to be out for a while. But this team was off to a really interesting start. They really were. They were in the playoff spot. Or obviously it's a small sample size, but they were in, a high seed in the East, which is what we're not used to seeing. Right now, the Eastern Conference is really weird if you look at it. But Evan Mobley, Darius Garland, Jarrett Allen. Darius Garland has been awesome this season. Evan Mobley, of course, has come in and been a very impactful rookie. Jarrett Allen has been worth every penny they gave him. And then Collin Sexton playing on a contract year, unfortunately got hurt. Hopefully he's back soon to help out this Cleveland Cavaliers team. But I really like what I've seen out of this team so far. So to look at this team to start the season, of course, Ricky Rubio has looked really good as well. Let's not forget to mention that. So right now it's Darius Garland, Isaac Okoro, Osman, Evan Mobley, Jarrett Allen, Ricky Rubio, Dylan Windler, Ed Davis, and Dean Wade. So yeah, the injuries are really killing us. Of course, Kevin Love, it's something we still need to solve. That's been like a chapter in itself that's just never really gone solved. Collin Sexton, is he really a 79 overall in this game now? That's kind of interesting. I did not know that. Okay, well, unless if that's just bugged. Huh, okay. Well, looking at it right now, Garland, like I said, this is our rotation right now. We're going to go ahead and start the season off simulating. Hopefully our guys come back. And of course, in this first season, we usually don't do too much. So let's go ahead and simulate to the end of the season, and let's see how this does. Additionally, today's video is sponsored by Prize Picks, which is a DFS player props app that's matching up to a $100 deposit when you use my code Crushables. Let me show you. Prize Picks is a DFS app where you're literally facing no one other than the numbers. You're just facing the projections. Let me show you some of my past entries. So on this one, I decided to do a power play where I decided to bet the over on Rudy Gobert and Harrison Barnes. The power play was able to 3 times my money, and Rudy Gobert and Harrison Barnes were both able to hit, which mounted me to $150. On this one, I did a flex play with LaMelo, Fred VanVleet, Joe Harrison, Gordon Hayward. Unfortunately, Joe Harris was only like 3 points off. If he literally hit one of his threes, I would have walked away with $100. So unfortunate, but that's just what happens. But I didn't walk away with nothing, as I was still able to win $32 after only betting 21. So I didn't walk away with nothing. So you can decide whether or not you want to do flex plays or power plays. Feel free to use my link in the description. Of course, you can always ask me on Twitter if you have any questions, and use my code Crushables when you sign up. So unfortunately, in 2K, we're not as good as we were to start the season in real life. MVP goes to James Harden. Evan Mobley does win Rookie of the Year, 19 points and 10 rebounds. Awesome stuff. We love to see that. Andre Drummond, 6-man, Giannis Defensive Player, and Wendell Carter's your most improved. But honestly, being in the lottery is probably better for us for this rebuild, because if we can add a stud small forward to this rotation, it's going to be awesome. I know they've been playing, or they were playing, Lauri Markkanen in there, which was interesting to me. I did not expect that to start the season. But 20 points from Collin Sexton, 19 from Evan Mobley, 18 from Garland and Jarrett Allen. One thing I do like about Cleveland is these 4 guys right here. I know there's a lot of rumors about trading Collin Sexton. That's still a possibility, but in this video, I don't think I'm going to trade him. I think he progresses pretty damn well in this game as well, and he's averaging 20 points and is our leading scorer. So I think I'm going to pay him. I get, you don't want to maybe pay a small backcourt, but at the same time, you have Mobley and Jarrett Allen out there who can definitely play defense as well. So I don't think it'll affect him too much. It'll definitely be interesting to see how that plays out in real life. But for me, I think I'm just going to go ahead and re-sign Collin Sexton today, as the Los Angeles Lakers go on to win the championship. Good for them, as they beat the Nets in 6 games. Will that be our finals this year, though? We'll see. So of course, like every rebuilding team, I would say the draft lottery is pretty important part of the offseason. So let's go ahead and see where we're projected to land. We're projected the 6th pick in the draft. If we can get lucky and jump into the top 3 somehow, I'd be happy. But let's see what happens as we jump down to 9. So unfortunately, our luck, we did not get anywhere close to what I wanted. So we got the 9th pick. That's unfortunate, but hey, we can still add something there. The staff signing, lately the staff has been really buggy for me. Like in the 3rd season, I think you guys have noticed it. In the 3rd season, I can't access my rotation at all. So I'm hoping we can try to fix that today. I'm not really sure what's been going on with that. Usually I fill out this whole thing, but I think I'm just gonna hire like 2 guys here and call it good. And that way I have a lot of money to use, I guess, on like the 3rd season. I don't know, because lately it's been a weird thing, but that's all I'm going to use to start this off. So let's go to the draft with the 9th pick, and let's see what we got under contract. So of course, Kevin Love, again, like I said, kind of wanted to address that this offseason, and I would imagine the Kevin Love thing is going to end in a buyout. It's just a reality. He's probably going to have to give back some money. but he can become a free agent and go play somewhere else and, you know, contend while he still plays basketball. So I think Kevin Love buyout here makes too much sense. I don't think trading him is going to happen. Of course, we're locked in on Lauri Markkanen, locked into Jarrett Allen, and I'm okay with that. I just don't know if I love Lauri Markkanen being my starting small forward is what I'm, you know, dealing with. But one thing I do want to do is if you do move Lauri Markkanen to power forward, I assume he goes, no, he stays the same. Okay, so we could definitely leave him at the power forward, which I think I'd like him better as a power forward, to be honest with you, because he's 7 foot. So we'll go ahead and move him back to power forward to be the backup because I'm not starting him this year. That's my plan anyway. And then Kevin Love, we're going to buy him out. And then I think we're just going to go ahead and draft with this 9th pick. I don't really think there's anyone else I want to get rid of that's, you know, pointing out to me. I know Osman's on a decent contract, but everyone else I think is fine here. So let's just go ahead, buy out Kevin Love, and then let's draft with this 9th pick. So it took about like $10 million away from Kevin Love. That way he gave back a little bit of money, and he's a free agent. He's free to go sign somewhere. So now for the 9th pick, let's go ahead and see what's going to happen. So Yannick, Jabari Smith Jr. is here. So there's some decent guys. AJ Griffin as a wing player. Jabari Smith Jr., Jaden Ivey, JD Davidson. Who do I want here? Jabari Smith Jr. sounds kind of cool at 6'10". I know he can become a beast here, 24 points per game. I definitely wouldn't mind playing him at the small forward spot. There's also AJ Griffin Jr., who's 6'6", averaging 21 points, 29% from 3. I think I'm going to take Jabari Smith, though. I know he can become a stud in this game, and I'm going to roll with that, and he's going to be our small forward. I think he'll probably go down in overall at small forward, but I'm rolling with it. That's fine. So Trevor Keels, Aaron Shannon Jr. I mean, we can go ahead and take some more depth at the guard spot. And then as far as our other position as a backup or our other second rounder, we have Matthew Mayer. We have Alan Flanagan, and then we have Justin Lewis. So I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draft Justin Lewis. Why not? And I think that's it. Yeah, we have no more second round picks, so that's all taken care of. So with the 9th pick, we come out with Jabari Smith Jr. I feel good. We're going to go ahead and sign both our second rounders as well. Player options, Dean Wade, Denzel Valentine, and Kevin Pangos. Is that how you say his name? It's probably not how you say it, but I'm going to just decline both of those. Okay. Now looking at our team right now. So let me go ahead and mess with Jabari Smith. Can I move him to small forward? He actually stays the same. So that's awesome. He's 6'10" though. So, I mean, playing on small forward might be a little weird, but I'm cool with it for now. So we definitely have a lot of wing players for sure. But Colin Sexton is a free agent. We're going to re-sign him. Garland. Ricky Rubio, also a free agent who's been absolute stud as a backup point guard for Cleveland. So definitely would not mind re-signing Ricky Rubio as well, and then maybe trading him later on. Or maybe Ricky Rubio probably seeks out a better opportunity for himself. Who knows? But he's definitely thrived as a 6-man for Cleveland. But if he's out here, he wants $8 million. I'm totally cool with paying him that much. So let's go ahead and re-sign Ricky Rubio. Of course, I don't want to renounce Colin Sexton, though. That would be dumb of us. So even the game doesn't want Colin Sexton back, but I'm not doing that. So Colin Sexton, welcome back to Cleveland once we get you back. I guess we could like not pay him to start this. You know, I'm just going to go and pay the man. 23 years old. I think you pay him, and we're going to have Colin Sexton back. And we're going to roll with the Darius Garland, Colin Sexton backcourt. So now Darius Garland, Ricky Rubio. You have Colin Sexton, Isaac Okoro, and Trevor Keels. We have Jabari Smith Jr. at the small forward, Dylan Weinler, Osman, Dean Wade, Justin Lewis, Lamar Stevens, and Evan Mobley, Lauri Markkanen, and of course, Jarrett Allen. So, I mean, we have a lot of depth. We do. So, I think we're ready to roll with what we got. I don't think I'm going to sign anyone else. I'm going to be patient, kind of just see how this team performs. I think with Evan Mobley, Jarrett Allen, that front court's awesome. I love that. Lauri Markkanen as a backup. It's not going to be too bad for us. And of course, Jabari Smith Jr. coming in. Hopefully, he can make an impact at that small forward spot. We might eventually move him back to power forward. I don't know. But let's go ahead, get past player progression, kind of see how it's treating us, seeing how things look as we have Ricky Rubio going down 2 overall. Very unfortunate, but hey, still a solid 77. Evan Mobley's already up to a damn 87. I mean, we'll take that. Colin Sexton's up to an 83. So yeah, I mean, this team's progressing awesomely. Jarrett Allen 84 and Garland's up to an 86. So yeah, I expect big things out of this Cleveland roster. We're already on the right path. So let's go ahead, simulate season number 2 with these new additions and see how we do. Hopefully we're better than we were in the first season. So we took a step forward as we went from the 13th seed, I believe it was last year, to the 6th seed in the East. We're not even in the play-in. We're actually locked into the playoffs. So Jason Tatum actually wins MVP, which is something I usually don't see in this game, so that's cool. Ty Washington, Rookie of the Year on the Detroit Pistons, another guard over there to help them out. Pressure Achua, 6-man on the Toronto Raptors. Giannis, defensive player, and Jonathan Kuminga, most improved. And Coach of the Year goes to Doc Rivers. Jacob Parker, your executive. Okay, All-NBA teams, I'm not sure we'll have anybody, but hey, let's take a look. So, All-NBA second team, Joel Embiid is hurt. That's unfortunate. All-NBA third team, I'll have to look to see if anyone on our roster is hurt because we did start the season out like really like, we were like the first seed firing on all cylinders, and then we just kind of fell off. So I assume some injuries were hitting us, man. Sometimes I just have to turn it off when it notifies me when there's an injury, because oh my goodness, there's so many. Like I said, I think I've explained that to you guys before, but regardless, that's how I feel. So Jabari Smith Jr. also makes an all rookie second team, so that's cool. Okay, so here we are, 6th seed out east, going up against a young Atlanta Hawks team. I mean, this would be an entertaining series to watch. Sexton, Garland versus Trae Young. That would be a lot of fun. 21 points from Garland, 26 from Colin Sexton, which is why we paid him, 18 from Evan Mobley, 14 from Jarrett Allen, 13 from Lauri Markkanen, and 11 for Jabari Smith. So not too bad. We'll definitely take the 11 points per game, 36% from 3. Solid starting small forward, 11 points. We'll take it. Ricky Rubio with 8 and 5. Of course, being the Ricky Rubio we needed him to be, and Isaac Okoro as well, up to a 77 overall. All right, here we go. So now we got the Atlanta Hawks. I don't know what to expect. I mean, this series could go either way. This is going to be an entertaining back and forth series. Trae Young, Bogdan, Cameron Reddish, John Collins, Capella, Hunter. I mean, if I was to predict, I think we beat them in 7, but let's see. Simulate play-in, and here we go. Somebody current round, and as far as, I don't think I looked at this. Yeah, we have no injuries right now, so that's good. Okay. Somebody current round against Atlanta, and we are going to lose in 6. Damn. Okay. Hey, well, at least we got in the playoffs, but we're not ready for the big win. I think the small forward spot is probably what's holding us back. The Minnesota Timberwolves, by the way, go on to win the championship over the Toronto Raptors. So all around very interesting, but to the draft lottery now, and let's go ahead and see if we have. No, we don't. I was about to say, I don't think we have any lottery pick via another team, because I don't think there's any trade that I'm thinking of, but we do have the 21st pick in the draft, so that's could, you know, be helpful as far as maybe bench depth or whatever, maybe even a trade if we want to make some kind of big move this offseason, which we definitely could. I'm actually considering it. So if we go to the draft night, and if we take a look around the league real quick, let's see. So right now, Jabari Smith Jr. is our starting small forward. He was a 76 overall, never really progressed in the season. Averaged a solid 11 points per game. But if we look at our starting 5 plus Lauri Markkanen, which I think I'm going to keep him for now, but if I can use him in a trade, maybe we, you know, trade him away. Sexton, Garland. I want to add a dynamic small forward to the starting 5. Now, who is that going to be? Or could it even be Isaac Okoro? Does he go up at small forward? Because I know he does. Oh my goodness, we found our small forward. It's going to be Isaac Okoro. We're giving him the opportunity. So Isaac Okoro will be the starting small forward now. That's what we're going to roll with. 6'5". I mean, he's a little under. I mean, 6'5" is decent. It's not terrible, but it could be better. So yeah, I like the addition of Okoro in the small forward spot. And then other than that, I mean, do we maybe get some more depth? Because yeah, we have a lot of guys at the small forward spot, a lot of wing players, and then we still have this draft pick that we can use, which I'm just going to go ahead and draft. I'm not going to, you know, do anything fancy with it. So let's go ahead, see what we can grab at 21. Maybe we get like a future backup point guard, because Ricky Rubio is not going to get any younger, or whatever is available. Sky Clark, MJ Rice. I mean, we just moved Isaac Okoro, who's our backup shooting guard, to the small forward spot, so we could go ahead and grab Sky Clark here and feel really good about that. So Sky Clark, welcome. And then we still have our 2nd round pick, of course, and we're gonna just go ahead and I mean, it really doesn't matter. I'll go ahead and draft this guy. I'm not gonna be able to say his name, but hey, there he is. Welcome to the team. Okay, we'll go ahead. He was a 65, so guess we'll sign you, but it's not that big of a deal. Sky Clark, and then Osman, I'm gonna actually decline that. And then Okoro, Mobley, of course, we'll bring them back. And then Trevor Keels, Justin Lewis, our 2nd round picks from last year. And then Garland's, due to get paid. So now we're going to have to invest a lot of money into this team eventually. So Garland, $29 million. I mean, he just came off a really good season. So 43% from 3, very efficient numbers. Yeah, I mean, we're going to have to pay the guy. We're not just going to let him walk for nothing. Weinler, Dean Wade. I mean, we really don't need to bring back all those wing players. We have enough as it is. So Ricky Rubio, we drafted Sky Clark. So the shooting guard spot could be better unless if like Trevor Keels takes a big jump in player progression. But I'm not going to count on it. Jabari Smith Jr. should, jump up a little bit too. And then, so I guess we should be looking at like our backup shooting guard and our backup like center. That's what we should be looking at this offseason. So Seth Curry would be a decent addition. As far as centers that we have, Plumlee, we have Nerlens Noel, who actually would be a solid addition. Could definitely, replace Jarrett Allen a little bit if Jarrett Allen was hurt or whatever it may be. So I'm going to go ahead and grab Nerlens Noel for a 1 year plus 1 and grab him and feel happy about that. So we'll grab Nerlens Noel. Garland is prepared to accept an offer. Of course, we're not going to let Garland. Does this mean they're not going to re-sign John Morant? Because I'll take John Morant off your hands if you don't undersign John Morant, but I don't think that'd be the case. So we're going to go ahead and get those 2 guys. And I think that's it. I think that's all we're going to be doing this second offseason for us. Garland, Rubio, Sexton, Sky Clark. Hopefully one of these 2 progresses. We'll see. And then Okoro, Jabari Smith, Markkanen, and Evan Mobley. And of course, Noah as well now. So yeah, I feel pretty good. Let's go to player progression. Let's see if someone's a 90 overall. I mean, I have a feeling Mobley might be a 90 now. And yeah, he's a 91, 89, 85, 84, 81. Okoro's even up to an 81, went up 4 overall. Jabari Smith's up to a 79. So yeah, I think staying patient and just letting the players progress is probably the right move. Even Justin or Trevor Kills went up 2. So yeah, I feel good. But let's go ahead, jump into this third season where I think we should take a massive jump. We went from 13 to 6. Now I challenge us, as I hit my mic, to get to like maybe the top 3, top 4. That'd be awesome. You know, I challenged this team to take a massive jump, and we did just that as we ended up as the first seed out east. MVP once again to Tatum, by the way. Victor, I gotta learn how to pronounce this guy's last name. I'm gonna attempt at it, and I'm sure one of you is gonna correct me in the comment section. Wembanyama. Yeah, I definitely just botched that. Just forget it. Someone will have to teach me in the comments. Defense player goes to Giannis. Peyton Watson, most improved, and Chris Finch is your coach of the year. That wasn't us. So looks like we have a very, very tough threat in the Western Conference if we're able to make it to the finals anyway. Luka, Lonzo Ball, Tatum MVP is out right now. Well, he's day-to-day, so he'll be back soon. All-NBA second team, Shea. Garland makes an all-NBA second team worth every penny that we just paid that man. 27 points per game. 44 absolute efficient numbers. 50, 40, 90 club. You love to see it. Kevin Durant, LeBron James. Wow. Okay, hold on. Hold the phone. LeBron is in Indiana. That's very weird, but hey, okay, more power to you. All-NBA third team. All-NBA, do we have Evan Mobley making an all-defensive team? I mean, eventually that man's going to make one, I would assume. All-rookie first team. Amani Bates, Derek Lively. I mean, we didn't have really anybody impactful rookie, but hey, first seed out east. We had to feel really good about ourselves. We go ahead and look at the player stats. We had 28 from Sexton. So Garland was even our leading scorer, and he made all-NBA team. So Garland and Sexton look like they're worth every penny. 29 points, 28 points. Evan Mobley with 19. 13 from Jarrett Allen. 12 from Jabari Smith. 11 from Lauri Markkanen. You know, Isaac Okoro didn't score a whole lot, but as long as he's playing good defense, that's all we really need him for. So I'm happy with it. He's a perimeter lockdown, apparently. So hopefully he plays some good defense in the playoffs, and maybe we can win a championship this year, man. I feel like it's there. The opportunity is there. So we're playing the Charlotte Hornets. So LaMelo Ball and Miles Bridges. I mean, this might be a tough series. James Bouknight, Caleb Houston. This is going to be a tough one, but I think we should be able to beat them. They still have Gordon Hayward as well. Okay. Well, let's go. So in the current round against Charlotte, let's see what happens. And we are going to sweep them. So we just absolutely killed them. Box score, as long as we're still healthy, I think we should be good. Everyone is still healthy, 100% healthy. That is awesome going into this second round against Detroit, who's probably pretty good now as well. Ty Washington, Cade Cunningham, Sadiq Bey, Jeremy Grant. Surprisingly, that Jeremy Grant's still here. Isaiah Stewart, TJ Warren, Victor Oladipo, Jakob Poeltl, and then Saban Lee. So, I mean, yeah, solid team, but I still think we're better. But hey, you never know. Somebody current round against Detroit, and we sweep them as well. And here we are going up against Atlanta, the team that knocked us out last year, and we can get revenge right now. Let's go ahead and check on our injury status. Jabari Smith is out 1 to 2 weeks. That's unfortunate, but hey, I think we have someone who could step in and replace him and to be just fine. So right now they have him still playing though, so that's not good. Okay, then you're like, hey, you know what? Still play him. Okay, well, guess he's still a 77 overall. So I want to go game by game here against Atlanta. So do they have any injuries? I kind of want to look at that real quick before we go into the series. No, they're healthy, so that's good for them. Unfortunately for us. Game 1, let's see what happens. They're up 1 to 0. So this team beat us last year. We even it up though. Okay, so that's good. So game 1, or I guess I'm looking at the wrong one. Game 1, Garland and Sexton both had 30, but we still lost. Trae Young, Cameron Reddish. Damn, that's unfortunate. Okay, but game 2, Sexton, Garland, 28 and 26, but this time we won. Trae Young had an off game, and we blew them out. So, okay, here we go. Game 3, this is an important one. Let's see what happens. We're up 2 to 1. All right, baby. That's what we would love to see. Game 3, 41 from Trae Young, 29 from Colin Sexton, 27 and 15. All right, all we have to do is go up 3 to 1, and we have a string, you know, a chokehold on this series, and damn, we let him back in it. 2-2. 43 points and 23 assists from Trae Young. I mean, how are you supposed to stop that? I mean, 37 and 7 from Sexton. Okay, this is a big one. This is a huge one. Game 5. Let's see what happens. We're up 3 to 2. Okay, I'm feeling good. You know, I'm just gonna go right into Game 6, and just like that, we're in the NBA Finals. Let's get it. Okay, we got New Orleans and Memphis on the other side of the bracket. So I don't know who I'd rather play. I would assume I'd rather play the Memphis Grizzlies. Yeah. So we get the Grizzlies. Okay, so Memphis versus Cleveland. Wow, okay, here we go. They tried to get Garland from us, but we didn't allow it to happen. So they have John Morant, Bane, Zaire Williams, Jaren Jackson, Tillman, Brunson, D'Anthony Melton, Kevin Love. Okay, Kevin Love's here to get some revenge, I guess. All right, here we go. Let's see what happens. Game 1, we're up 1 to 0. Good start to the series. I mean, I think our team is better on paper, but you just never know. Lauri Markkanen, 24 and 7. Evan Mobley, 12 and 13. Game 2, we're up 2 to 0. I'm feeling pretty good. We're up 3 to 0, and if we can go ahead and celebrate on their home floor and win a championship here, I'm going to feel very good. I'm going to feel very good. So, as long as we can just take care of this one. If not, we can go celebrate in front of our home fans too. That's cool with me. So it's a close game though, very close game. Let's see, 116 and 124. Yeah, we lost. Okay, that's fine. As long as we don't let them win another one. Let's go back home. Let's celebrate in front of our fans. Let's bring this champion. And we're healthy, right? I just want to make sure real quick. Yeah, okay, we are. So, game 5, here we go. Against Memphis and Cleveland. This is where we can celebrate in front of our home fans. We didn't want to win, you know, we didn't want to celebrate in Memphis. We wanted to come home, celebrate the championship in Cleveland. That was our justification. So, come on, baby. Looking pretty good thus far. It looks like we're blowing them out. And just like that, guys, we're going to go ahead and go on to win this championship. Of course, it wouldn't be a Cleveland Cavaliers rebuild unless if I ended it off with this. Cleveland, this is for you. Always got to say. Even though it might be cringe, I still say it. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to stick around for the championship celebration, definitely do that. But other than that, guys, this is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.